what is going on, my beautiful Saggies? My Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node. What is going on, my Sag? Hold on, give me a moment, because I'm going to have a moment with y'all names. Sag. I'm a fucking dork. Yep, that's who I is. I hope you enjoy this energy. And if you do enjoy this energy, spending your time with me here today, boo-boo, I'll greatly appreciate you hitting that like button and subscribing to this channel to support me, and I greatly appreciate you all who have supported me. But other than that, Sag, I want you to understand this is a general reading for shadow work about love. Now, if you don't know what shadow work is, before I get into that, let's get into disclaimers. I want you guys to please understand that you may resonate with this reading or not. And if you don't, though, you know where the trash is at, boo-boo. But if you do resonate, I mean, you know what to do if you enjoy this energy. But disclaimers, please understand that tarot should not dictate your life. My readings are not here to tell you what to do. That is your responsibility. My readings are here just to give you clarity, upliftment, guidance, or confirmation on what your soul already knows. Now let's just jump back into shadow work. If you don't know what shadow work is going in the depths of your subconscious beliefs and actions that rule your conscious way of being. And today we're going to get in depth. If you didn't watch your last shadow work video, I'm going to leave that at the end of the video that you can watch. But this one's going to be towards love. We're going to get one pile. We're going to get the overall energy. We're going to get one pile for how you consciously act in relationships. We're going to get another pile subconsciously, what you avoid in relationships that cause you to act like that consciously. And then at the end, we're going to get to the root of that inner belief of why you act the way that you do and why you attract what you attract. And then at the ending, we're going to get some tarot on it. We're going to get clear on the type of people you attract and the type of person you are, how you are with the people that you do attract. And then we're going to get in depth on how your energy is going to be in the near future. And then we're going to close it out with cards from your higher self, what your higher self wants you to embody as new beliefs for love. Now, Sag. Let me get my spray so I can have my best channeling with divine. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And let's get into this. We're going to start with the overall energy that you're in about love currently. Because what we know about our energy currently will help us move forward on what we need to work on. So Spirit, what is the energy my Saggies are in about love? By the way, these are dark mirror oracles, perfect for shadow work. So I was led to use them. All right. You have fragmentation. Immediately, all I heard was you have had a lot of disappointments in love, Saggy. I feel that you have had a lot of disappointments. And I wouldn't particularly say that these disappointments have made you cold towards love. But what I do sense is that you're starting to realize how much you have been abandoning yourself in order to create a foundation within love. So really, you have had a lot of disappointments. They have really, really hurt you. Saggies, for some reason, I feel you had disappointments with attracting people who treated you right, but they weren't who you wanted. And you have a thing with attracting people that you do want, but don't have the qualities to treat you right. And it puts you in the state of thinking, is love hard? And I feel like you're still holding on to wounds of that belief of thinking love is hard. But I'm feeling a lot of disappointments in this. So, all right, let's get a little deeper. Let's get some triggers on this. What are the actual triggers of why you feel the way that you do? All right, Spirit. How do my Saggies consciously act in love connections? How do my Saggies act in romantic connections? How do they consciously act? Okay, when I feel insecure, I put a false mask to hide who I really am. Squeeze me, Saggies. I have to burp. Squeeze me again. All right, Spirit. What do my Saggies subconsciously avoid? What do they avoid in relationships? I can act resentful and distance myself from people for months without addressing the issue. I don't feel like that's a Saggy card, but it came out for a reason, so we're going to depth. What is the overall belief my Saggies hold about love? That's too many, sir. That's too many. I just want my Sagittarius. What is the overall belief my Sagittarius holds about love? What is the overall belief? All right. You have, I will start an argument with my partner to get attention. Ain't that some fire sign thing to do? That is, you know, that's not true. It's not just fire signs. There's a lot of us as human beings. But all right. So my Sag. How you consciously are in relationships. When I feel insecure, I put a false mask to hide who I really am. Saggies, I've met a lot of male Sagittariuses that are equipped with willingness to speak up for themselves. But I met a lot of female Sagittariuses in my life that aren't equipped with wanting to speak up for themselves because they don't want to bring confrontation. Now, here's the thing, Saggies. This is going to be for all of you, not just the female or the male. I'm just saying this is for all of you, Saggies. If you feel that you can't speak your truth, I believe, I'm sensing that when you fear speaking your truth, you like to accommodate people. Meaning you like to put on the mask and make that person feel welcome, even though you don't really care. Let's be honest, you don't really care what they're saying. So pretty much what I'm saying is that, for example, say someone tries to purposely tell a joke and they thought it was hilarious and you decide to laugh with them. But you're not laughing at the joke. You don't think it's funny. You're just laughing because you don't want them to feel bad. That's what I feel like you do, Saggies. You don't speak your truth. You don't allow yourself to express your truth. This is shadow work, you guys. Don't shoot the messenger. It's the toughest thing is looking into the crevices of the dark aspect of yourself, which most of us avoid. But that is the part that rules us the most. And if we're not conscious of the things that we suppress and avoid, we won't be able to have harmony within our connections and even with ourselves. So understand, you guys, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just here reading the cards and reading the energy that I feel, just so I can assist you guys, so you can be more equipped with learning how to set boundaries for yourself and understand what you need to do on your end to make sure that you are not depleting yourself or giving too much of yourself, or in fact just being too controlling, because we do have a tendency to do that. But yes, that's what I feel, Saggies. It's like you try to accommodate people so they can feel comfortable because you don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. So it's like you rather hold in your truth and suppress it, but at the end of the day, you resent yourself and you start feeling insecure when you do resent yourself, because it's like, damn, am I not good enough to speak my truth? Damn, I don't think I should speak my truth because it won't be heard. But Saggies, speaking up for yourself is the only way you could get your point across so people can understand that what you want and what you need in a connection. So, all right. Now, what you subconsciously avoid in connections is that I can act resentful and distance myself from people for months without addressing the issue. I said in the beginning when I picked that card, it doesn't sound like a Saggy card. It doesn't sound like a fire sign card, because you fire signs, you go after it. You know, you put yourself forward. You make sure that your intentions are clear and you let people know that. But what I'm getting from this card is that you distance yourself anytime that you don't know how to address what you feel. So even if you are around someone, you emotionally or mentally distance yourself and you start resenting that person just because you're not able to speak your truth. And it's okay. We all do this. I used to do this all my life. I used to resent my parents to the point I wouldn't even be around them for years, until I realized that I was only hurting myself by resenting them, and it was causing me to be unhappy and not allow happiness in my life. So really what I've learned that I want to share with you guys is that resenting because you're not able to speak your truth really shows how much that you don't believe in yourself or see your own self-worth and value. Please understand, Saggies, is that when someone is not wanting to understand you and is willing to misunderstand you, it is your job to find a way to take a step back, take a breath, and understand and take note of the situation and see how it's making you feel, so you can equip yourself with maturity to speak your truth, to speak what is on your mind, what is on your heart, how you're feeling, what is hurting you. Because I feel like, Saggies, you're having troubles right now with standing up for yourself and letting yourself know, letting the other person know what you need in a relationship. Okay. Now, the overall belief that you have. I will start an argument with my partner to get attention. You want intimacy, Saggies. And understand that intimacy it's not sexual. People take that wrong. Intimacy has nothing to do with physicality or sexuality. It has everything to do with I see into you. Intimacy. I see into me. I see into you. That's intimacy. You want someone to see into. You want someone to resonate with you. You want someone who vibrates at the same energy you do, the same frequency you do. Because Saggies, you guys are very passionate when you love people. You're very, very passionate. But when you're not being seen or being heard for yourself or being just considered at that, I feel like you guys haven't been considered, haven't been chosen to be a priority. And I want you to understand, if you don't feel like you're not a priority, there's no need to argue with people. The best thing I've done in relationships for myself, which now I'm equipping myself with this ability, is that anytime I feel anger towards a particular person, especially a partner, I literally have to ask myself, is it going to benefit me arguing with this person, or do I need to take a step back and realize my own pain of why I feel that I need to put this onto another person? Because the majority of the time, Saggies, I want you to understand, you shouldn't try to get anyone's attention if they're willing to misunderstand you. Allow the person to be them. Don't start any arguments. Don't fight. Take a step back. Allow the person to be them and show you their actions, because their actions are going to show you how they think about the relationship and the connection. So if you're not getting what you want from your partner, make yourself known. But once you make yourself known, take a step back and see how they act, and then have good discernment on what is for your best and highest good. So your overall belief. All right, let's see the shadows behind this message. Spirit, we need you, boo-boo. We need you. We need some shadows. What the shadows want to say about these triggers from my Saggies? Can I get some more? Boy. Spirit, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, boo-boo. I appreciate you. Okay. How you want this? Oh, okay. Excuse me, I gotta burp again. Confirmation. Okay. Your shadow behind when I feel insecure, I put my false mask on to hide who I really am is how you consciously act. The shadow behind that is manipulative. Let go of wanting to exert power over someone or a situation. Do you need to work on your self-esteem? Now, Saggies, what I'm getting from this shadow is that it's telling me that, I know it says manipulative, but let's just be real. Trying to accommodate yourself to make someone feel comfortable is kind of a manipulative tactic. And the way it's manipulative tactic is you're trying to put on a false view, a false showing to someone for you to be liked. So it's like you're kind of manipulating the person to it's like you're trying to trick the person into thinking you're interested. And you allow them to continue those ways so you can get something out of it. So if you allow them to do them, then, and you express whatever you want to express in a false manner to try to lure them in, that's very manipulative. And that's showing right here. You got insecure twice. You got insecure twice. You got insecure right here. And then you have, do you need to work on your self-esteem? So Saggies, what I'm really getting is that don't try to make anyone see your point of view. And don't even try to keep speaking your truth. Trying to always make someone understand your soul through your words and it's not working is only going to deplete you and make you feel like you aren't worthy enough. The smartest thing you need to do is take a step back and I know it's hard, Saggies. I have to say this. I know it's hard when you love someone and take a step back and they don't do what you need to feel fulfilled within the connection. I know it hurts, but here's the thing, Saggies. You can't keep giving your power away, and you can't keep giving to a person that doesn't appreciate. So you trying to prove your worth, prove your value to this person is trying to manipulate them to see your worth. You should not do that, Saggies. You should not do that. Allow the person to be the person so they can show you who you should not allow and who you should allow. All right, what you subconsciously avoid is I can act resentful and distant myself from people for months without addressing the issue. You have superficial here. You care too much about outward appearances. Start with your inner work, your value, your self-esteem, your personality. Yes, I do feel that, especially wearing a false mask here. You care too much about how people think about you, and that's what makes you very resentful. And that's why I feel like sometimes you want to distance yourself and not be around anyone because you like being in your own little bubble. But here's the thing. When you care too much about what people think about you, you really abandon yourself to see what you really hold within yourself. So understand that it doesn't matter what people think about you because it's none of your damn business anyways, especially when it comes to a relationship. When someone particular in a love connection is only focused on what you have to bring to physically and not focused on who you are as a person, do not define yourself by how that person thinks of you. Define yourself about what values do you bring to the table. Who do you see yourself as you bring all of yourself to the table? Do you know your truth? Do you allow your truth? Do you love your truth? So you can actually put that on the table and let that person know exactly who the fuck you are and what you need. So really, all I'm hearing from this is that stop acting as a person that you're not. And stop worrying if people like you or not. Because here's the thing. You don't even like everyone. You don't even like everyone. So why should you care if everyone likes you? And this has to do with family as well. But understand, Saggies, just because if it doesn't work out with a particular person, don't try to fake yourself into being someone that you're not so you can be liked and get what you want. Think what you want. And here's the thing. When we think we want someone, we try to do whatever we can to have them, meaning not be our true self. So Saggies, stop trying to be someone you're not. Understand who you truly are and embody that, and then put that shit on the table and show someone, hey, you need to match this standard. All right. Now, this one is deep. This one is deep. So your overall belief behind all of why you act the way that you do and what you avoid is I was starting an argument with my partner to get attention. The shadow behind this is shame. You are not flawed. You are so worthy of love and belonging. Forgive yourself for not giving yourself enough self-love. This reading is screaming love self and learn how to do that and have no shame in your boundaries. Because Saggies, if there was something that happened in your past with a particular connection that you decided to walk away from and you know it was a good connection, and all of a sudden now you're starting to be open to other connections and these connections don't even match up to that one, and you're starting to pretty much compare and you're starting to feel shameful for making such a decision, I want you to understand that just because things didn't work out in the past with a particular person that did have characteristics that you want, don't feel shameful in letting go of things that you know don't serve you and what you desire to create for the longevity of your life. And understand as well that I'm getting here is that you hold a lot of shame because you think you're hard to read and that's why you haven't gotten someone who understands you. But that's not true, Saggies. That's not true. Please forgive yourself on thinking that way. And understand that I want to explain something to you guys. Guilt and shame are two very different things. Guilt is knowing that you're a good person and you did something wrong and you feel bad about it. That's guilt. But shame, what shame really means is that you're a good person and you did something wrong, but you think there's something wrong with you because you did something wrong. No. Please understand, Saggies, that anytime a connection doesn't work out, don't feel shameful because you think something's wrong with you. What's really going on is that you probably need to learn some very deep lessons so you can learn how to have boundaries and really discover what true love really is, pure love, and that is self-love. And I feel, Saggies, that you haven't done that enough for yourself, to love yourself to the point that you can have discernment and who you should allow into your energy. So really, you have not loved yourself enough to attract someone who can meet your standards, because you keep lowering your standards for people who don't deserve you. Saggies, that's all I'm saying. You keep lowering your standards for people who don't even have standards. And if people can't respect who you are as a person and give you what you want, they have no standards. And people who have no standards have no self-respect. So have some self-respect, Saggies. Have some self-respect. There's so much love. I'm feeling like there's a lot of love you can give and what you want to give. But you need to give that to yourself right now, because you need to mend. Did you see that crack? You need to mend the broken heart from all these past disappointments that are actually rippling into your relationships, that are causing you to attract people who are emotionally unavailable. So, all right. Let's get some tarot on it, boo-boo. Let's get some tarot. All right, Spirit. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Just okay, Spirit. Can I get some more, please, for my beautiful Saggies? Thank you. One more. Boy, where do you want this one? In the middle? All right, got you. One more, por favor. Saggies. This is supposed to be a shadow work reading. What's going on? Okay. Okay. All right. So, how you consciously are, what you got is the Magician. What Spirit is saying is that you have the power to equip yourself with being a magnet to attract what you desire into your life, especially when it comes to love. So the only thing that you should manipulate that I'm getting from Spirit is how you master your craft, meaning what you should be manipulating is energy, not people, meaning that what do you need to embody in order to attract who it is that you want. So Spirit is pretty much letting you know with the Magician here is that treat yourself the way that you want your future partner to treat you. And that's how you start embodying the energy of love that you desire to attract into your life. Very simple. Very simple. Like that. Very clear channeling. Okay. Now, subconsciously, the tarot is saying that 4 Pentacles in the reverse. So pretty much what I'm getting is here, you need to let go of the concept of trying to fit in. Because Saggies, I know this sounds weird for a love situation, but it's like you're trying to fit yourself into a box in order to be liked by your type of people. But what I'm hearing is that with the 4 Pentacles in the reverse is that you got to let go of your expectations of who you want to attract into your life. If it's a particular person or it's a particular thing that you want in a person. So if you are saying, I want someone with green eyes, then you're limiting what the universe or God could bring to you. So pretty much is that you need to let go of the expectations that you hold so tightly on, and also let go of trying to be seen by the wrong people and actually value who you are as an individual and what you bring into the relationship. So there you go. That's 4 Pentacles in reverse. These cards are fucking magnificent. I love these cards. All right, last but not least, boo-boo. Last but not least. So the overall belief under all of this is you got the Lovers. Now, I want you guys to understand something. Back when tarot was actually starting to get big, the Lovers card was actually the card of choices. It's actually about choices. So Saggies, I do feel that you're starting to make loving choices for yourself, meaning that you're starting to have good discernment. You're starting to set those boundaries. It's like, this is what I'm feeling, Saggies. It's like you're putting boundaries down because you're starting to love yourself, but deep within you're feeling guilty, or you're feeling upset, or you're feeling like, I don't want to put this boundary up, but I know I got to do it for me. That is a good thing. That is a wonderful thing, because you're starting to value yourself. You're starting to see how the higher realms see you, boo-boo. Love, joyful, a blessing to someone's life. So really, I'm sensing that your overall belief behind this is that you know you need to make healthier choices to extend your love, meaning that, not to extend your love, you need to make healthier choices to radiate the self-love you have for yourself so people can understand who you are, and make healthier choices by boundaries, speaking up for yourself. If you don't like what someone does in a relationship, speak up about it. Learn how to be more mature. So it's like you're developing the construct of being present with yourself and understanding what you need so you can clearly communicate that with another person. Love it. All right, Saggies. Let's see what kind of people you attract and the kind of person you are in these particular relationships. By the way, these are twin flame cards, but I'm not looking at them as twin flames. I'm really looking at as because even though these cards really do resemble like connections. So let's see, what kind of people does my Saggies attract and the kind of person they are for these attractions. Spirit, I don't want a booklet. I just want two. Can I get one red, one yellow, one red, one yellow? Thank you. Oh, there we go. Perfect. See, ask and you shall receive. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Ooh. All right. So this is the runner card they consider. This is the chaser card. Fit whatever you are in the relationship. So you have, I see you in my dreams. Letting go for now will allow time for me to learn about self-love. Wow, a lot of fire signs got that. All right, so you're dealing with someone who is not... You attract people who can't communicate how they truly feel, their true emotions for you. So you attract people who think of taking action but don't take action. So really, you're just dealing with the coward. I'm just gonna be motherfucking honest. You're dealing with you attract cowards, and that's why you're always disappointed and depleted, because you're attracting people who are resembling how you feel on the inside, which a little hurt, a little disappointment. So, Saggies, let's be honest. The way to stop attracting people like this is letting go for now will allow time for me to learn self-love. I don't feel like you're letting go for now. I feel like you're letting go for good. I feel like you are closing out a cycle of attracting these type of people. Now, to stop attracting people who are cowards and who can't communicate is by setting that boundary and moving yourself out the situation. So if someone is breadcrumbing you, or they give you little hints about how they feel, but they're not giving you the whole full truth that you know you deserve, don't reply, don't respond. Because that is showing them how to treat you. And that is self-love and self-respect. When you set boundaries, you're showing people how to treat you. So do not have any shame or any fear setting boundaries for your best and highest good, because you love yourself and you know how to love yourself to the point that someone should be able to love you the same exact way, or just be able to reciprocate what you put out as well. All right, Sage. Let's see, what's the overall energy for my beautiful Saggies in the near future about love, Spirit? About love. Alright. Ugly show. There we go. Spirit. Thank you. You know what's funny? I didn't know that shuffling would actually be beneficial in this time of my life, because I used to play so much card games when I was a kid. Especially being in the Boys and Girls Club, having one parent taking care of me and my sister. And being in the Boys and Girls Club, I played so many card games, and who knew? Shuffling was going to be beneficial in this later time of life. Alright, Spirit, what is the overall energies my Saggies will hold in the near future about love? Too many, Spirit. Too many. What is the overall energy my Saggies will have about love? Take those? Okay. This came out again, so it's at the bottom of the deck. You got healing heart. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addictions. I do feel that you're finally ending a cycle of giving too much. And because you attracted a lot of snakes, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. You might attract people who like the chase and who Like competition? Unhealthy. All right. Sagittarius, you have engagement ring. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. Near future, boo-boos. I feel that. You got the Magician card. Know what you want. But the second card is you have karmic relationships, fleeting, triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. So I feel like that's what you're currently going through right now. Letting go of situations that are keeping you in this pattern of making you feel like you're not good enough to receive the reciprocal love that you're putting out. So I do feel like you're finally getting clear on that and being very cautious for the near future, which is good, my Sagittarius. All right. Let's close this out with readings from the higher self. What does the higher self want to let you know? How you should consciously act, what you should be aware of, and the overall belief you need to learn that you need to embody now. All right, higher self, all my Saggies in the collective. What do you want to let the Saggies know about the shadow work and love? What do you want my Saggies to know for the best and highest good? Oh, that's too much, Spirit. That's too much. Yeah. You want me to take that? Okay, I'll take it. Please want me to take it. I thought that. Excuse me, truck. I am doing something. All right. So your higher self wants to like how you should consciously act in relationships. Ooh. Your higher self wants you to ask yourself a question. Am I truly loving myself enough to love another person? I feel your higher self is letting you know before you jump into a new relationship, ask yourself, do you love yourself enough to the point that not only can you love another person, but do you love yourself enough to be able to see that how you want to be loved is going to be given to you? So your higher self always wants that. Always wants you to question yourself. Are you loving yourself enough to be able to love the person the way that you want to be loved? So pretty much, are you embodying that energy? All right, Sagittarius. What you should be aware of in love relationships. Don't look back. It wasn't working out for me. It's time to be strong. Okay. So Sagittarius, if you do have a tendency to hold on to how people think about you or to compare to the past and be resentful of your current decisions, your higher self is letting you know there is no such thing as making wrong decisions in love. There's only learning lessons so you can gain more clarity on how to love yourself better. And your higher self wants to let you know it's time to let go of karmic relationships, people who are fleeting, people who don't know how to speak up for themselves. And never look back and be strong at the fact that being by yourself doesn't mean that you're not worthy of love. It just means that you know how worthy you are. Sagittarius, yes. All right, so last but not least, your higher self, the belief that it wants you to embody is that it's time to take a new path. I'm scared, but I know I'm divinely protected. So yeah, with this Lover's card, with the Shame card, Sagittarius, don't be afraid to choose yourself and to let someone go, no matter how much you love them. Because you should never love someone more than you love yourself. So no matter how strong the connection is, no matter how intense it is, if you're not receiving what you want, Sagittarius, do not be scared to choose yourself and walk away. Because it's not your job to take on other people's burdens who are not willing to change. So allow yourself to see a new path. Allow yourself to be open to new love. And allow yourself to be open to receiving love in ways that you never received before. So your higher self is letting you know the new belief that you need to embody is that you are divinely protected. So you don't ever need to be scared of being by yourself or not having one by your side, because you are so worthy of love that you deserve to have love that's going to give you what you know you deserve. Other than that, Sagittarius, that is all I have for you for your shadow work and love. If this brought any clarity, any upliftment, or any confirmation, please let me know your feedback in the comment section below. I really do love hearing from you guys. Other than that, my beautiful Sag, if you enjoyed spending your time with me here today, and you want to be a part of this energy in this community, you could do so by hitting that like button and subscribing to this channel. So every time you do get a reading, your energy will be into this so I can give you an accurate reading, even though it's very general. But other than that, my beautiful Sag, I love you, I adore you, and just know you are so worthy of love. But now it's time to understand how worthy of your love that you are. That is a blessing to have. And you need to realize that so someone else could see the blessing that you are. Other than that, my Sag, I love y'all. Have a blissful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Namaste.